Hello guys, welcome back to the Hardcore series. It's your boy Jacob the Usurper, Jacob646, Jamiroquai, whatever you want to call me, coming back at you. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. You guys know the drill, let's just get straight into the episode. Today we are on day 861, and it is episode 18, I believe. Picking up pretty much just where we left off from our last episode with our 50-day challenge, where we built as many farms as we could in 50 days. So the continuity of the episodes is pretty good at the minute. Getting ever so close to the 1,000-day marker, which is very good. I'm pretty pleased about that. Slowly but surely we're going to get there. In today's episode, we're going to get back to the progress on the mega base. More specifically, we are going to try and get some of this terraforming done today. As you can tell, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. I've started a little bit of it, started to lay out a bit of a skeleton of the... Oh, we don't have our elytra on. As I was saying, I've started to lay out a little bit of the skeleton of what I kind of want the landscape to look like. But there's still a lot of work to do down here, as most of this side I've not even started on. I've kind of started to clear it out a little bit, but there's a lot to do. And decorating each individual part, kind of like we have over here, that takes a while. It takes longer than you might think. It's they're quite intricate little places, you know. I like them to be quite detailed and lots to look at. And yeah, each of these trees is kind of like a custom design, so they take a while to build. So before we get to the terraforming, we're going to do something else just to warm us up a little bit, get us ready, get us into build mode, get us productive as possible as we can. And that is, we're going to build something in this room. I remember this room did look a bit different before. There's still little remnants of what it used to look like. It used to have a couple of our little flower beds in the back and like a little unfinished thing here. As you can tell, I've ripped all that out. I'm going to put something different in here. So yeah, I wasn't very happy with how this looked, and I figured we could do better. So I was thinking, what could we put in here? What could be a good little use for this quite big open area that we have? Then browsing our chests and discovered we had some axolotls. I'm just going to build a little home for these guys, just in the back side of our base so that they have somewhere to stay. A little axolotl hotel, if you like, a little axolotl sanctuary. I think it'll fit in with the theme of our base, as I kind of want all the different animal types here, because this is kind of like a garden base, like a really, what's the word? Like lush, really alive, really saturated, kind of bustling area. I've collected most of the resources we're going to need to build this little axolotl hotel, but I think we need a couple extra of our little like lush cave items like these ones, and we could also do with a couple more axolotls. So I'm just going to first head to a lush cave with some buckets and a couple other things, and we're just gonna try and get a bit more of these lush cave items. Hey guys, so I found a little lush cave here. I'm not sure if it's going to be the best or biggest one we can possibly find, but it'll do. Ah, there we go. That's more like it. Wow. Okay. Yep. Oh my god. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think this is going to be big enough. The main things we need really are these. Oh, don't tell me I need shears. Just set this little area up, smelled some iron, crafted a couple of shears, and I think we should be able to get these now. As I was saying, is we need these. Also need to keep our eye out for these little guys, these axolotls. We could do with a couple more of them. Hopefully that guy did not die. But it's good to see that he didn't. Another one as well. Very good. Yeah, I'm just going to explore a bit of this lush cave. Whoa. What was that? Oh. What a cool... Whoa. Oh, there's deep dark down there. Okay, we need to be careful, guys. Right, this has just got a bit more interesting. I've been down in this lush cave for a while now, and I'm starting to get quite low and quite near the deep dark. So I think I'm just going to head back out and back to the base so we can make some progress on this axolotl hotel. Collected a bunch of different types of axolotl and a few of the other resources we need. Also decided I'd grab a bit of glowing sacks while we're here. Fortunately, I did not get any of the super rare blue axolotls, but I feel like we're going to have to go on a separate journey to get one of them because they are incredibly rare. If you look just down there, guys, there is actually an ancient city in this deep dark. So I feel like we will have to come back here at some point and just have this and explore down there, because I do think I still need Swift Sneak. Or I think I only have one Swift Sneak 2 book, but I need another one to make a Swift Sneak 3 book, I think. I'm just going to fly up and head out of the cave now, because I'm pretty sure I've got all I need. But this is a magical cave, it really is. And here's our portal to get back. It's okay, we're back at the base. We now have everything we need for our Axolotl Hotel. An absolute bucket load of axolotls. So let's get this place built. And that, guys, is our beautiful little axolotl sanctuary done, our axolotl hotel. I think it looks really cool. Let me know what you guys think. Got a few little features, kind of like a little zoo penitentiary, I don't know. Where you got a bridge over the water, kind of like this weird like archway, doorway kind of thing. A couple of trees that have fallen over for the axolotls to have a little party on if they really want to. Chest with a boat in. Chest with a boat in. Boat with a chest in. Just a cool little extra feature for your eyes to look at. Tree in the corner. All very nice, very floral, very foliagized. I think the axolotls are going to love it. Of course, I've added a little kind of sunlight just to come in, because, you know, they've got to look after their mental health. They need to know what time of day it is. And yeah, I feel like it just fills this little gap in as well. We can start putting our little axolotls in. Put our first guy in. Beautiful. By the way, I'm going to name every single one of these axolotls. I don't know if we're going to put all of these guys in. I think we'll probably do like 2, maybe 3 of each colour. And then I do need to go and find one of the super rare ones if I can. Or maybe can we breed these guys? I don't even know. So guys, we have a couple of the yellow ones, a couple of the blue, well, these type ones, a couple of the brown ones, and a couple of the pink ones. I think that's all the colours bar the super rare one. Now we just need to name all these guys. We have Aristotle, Quetzalcoatl, Alex, Toto, Volatile, Bottle, Throttle, and Cockerel. Now that we've got all those guys in, they look at home. One of them's already made himself comfortable in the boat. They look very cool. As I said, I will get one of the rare ones at some point, or a couple of them. Maybe try breeding for them. I don't know. I feel like it's easier to actually find them in the world than it is to try and breed. I feel like the odds of getting one from breeding are ridiculously low. Now this room's almost finished. We just need to add a couple little things on this side just to fill it out a little bit. And they are going to be 2 fish tanks either side of this. I think it'll look really cool. So I've basically finished our little fish tanks and this little, put a little flower bed just to fill some space here. But in the time I've done building that, most of our Quetzalcoatl axolotls have died. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure it was this boat. I think they were like getting in the boat and then kind of suffocating in the air because they weren't in the water. And then like one died and then one got in the boat and then one died. And then, yeah, so now we only have 3. So I'm going to have to put some more back in, unfortunately. So rest in peace to Bottle, Full Throttle, Alex, Toto, and who's the one left? Quetzal. I'm not sure. Right, guys, so some time has passed and we now have all our axolotls back. And I've finished the fish tanks. In our fish tanks we have fish. Put every single, well, not every single type of fish, but a bunch of different types of fish in here. Not one is the same. I think there's 6 at the moment in each. I may put more in if I find some more different variant of fish. I'm maybe going to get a puffer fish, but I kind of have a feeling they kill fish. Puffer fish, you know, because they're sharp and pointy. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I've also filled out these flower beds. They look very nice. And I added this kind of little observation deck just up here so we can look at our axolotls doing their thing, having some fun. I've also been trying to get one of the rare blue ones, but after spending many hours down in a lush cave and killing glow squids and moving around, killing axolotls so more spawn, I was unsuccessful, so I'll have to keep my eye out for one of them and maybe try another day. Can now declare the Axolotl Hotel done. Axolotl Hotel, it's finished. We have Axolotl Sanctuary ready to go. All axolotls are in, comfortable at home, and they're not going to die. So now, guys, we're on to the main bulk of the episode. We're going to get this as much of this terraforming done as we can. As you can see, I've started to lay out a bit of what we want where. But, as you can tell here, we've got, I don't know, probably about 4/6 of the exterior perimeter of the base still to terraform. We've only done this front little forest, the stable area, and the dock area. We have all this side to do over here, and all this side over here, which is going to have it's going to have a lot more to it than the stable and the docks, because we've got this lake and we've got this little beach area over here. So it's going to be a task. It may take more than one episode, but I think we'll maybe 2. Not sure. If we just have a look at our map here, we can get a better view of what the island's looking like at the minute. This is an up-to-date map. See, we've got our beacon here. You can see the little dots of where I've started to lay out the perimeter of the island and how we actually want it to be. Put on screen now a quick little plan of what I've made to show you that I have got some kind of semblance of a plan. It was made in paint, so don't judge. But yeah, there's a lot to do. So without further ado, I think we're going to start with getting the landscape in. So kind of making all this how it wants to be without the land, guys, just the land. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. No trees, no bushes, no decoration, just the land. The lay of the land is what we're going to do first. I think that's a good place to start. And what better way to do that than with a quick little time lapse. Hopefully it's not too long, because I want this episode to be nice, short and snappy. I want to get as much done as we possibly can. But yeah, enjoy the little time lapse, guys.
Panic boom! Panic boom!
And a very long time later in real life, like weeks later, I think, since our last actual recording, I have finished the terraforming, or at least the actual land of the terraforming, pretty much. There's a couple little details that need to be put in and a few little finishing touches. But you can kind of see the lay of the land now, guys. So we have the lake over on this side. I think that looks really cool. A little hill over on this side, which I might add a lighthouse to. I'm not sure at the moment. We then have this kind of inlay bit here. I don't know what you'd call it, where the sea kind of comes into the land. Which kind of looks like it looks perfect for another dock, which I didn't plan, but it might have to do another dock, kind of similar to what we did on this side, maybe a bit bigger, with some bigger ships, but I'm not sure. So let's go to our map now. We can see what it looks like from a bird's eye view. As you can tell, it looks pretty cool. It's a bit weird. Not entirely sure what it looks like, but it definitely looks better. All this land I want to be terraformed similar to what we have at the front, the magical forest down there. So we have a lot of work to do, considering I think this took me a week on its own, to be honest. It took a while. And we have probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of the same area to fill in with stuff, which is it's quite a big task. We might have to split this over a couple episodes, really. Let's briefly explain what the plan is. On this side, we're going to have a spruce forest with a lumberjack's working area, a sawmill, whatever you want to call it. Over down here, we might have a little oak forest with some birch trees, oak trees. And then on the hill, / down the hill, we're going to have a little farming area with a, what's it called? Windmill. Then this area here, I'm not sure what it's going to be. Maybe more farmland or oak. But we'll see. I might plan on putting a dock here, which will change what this looks like a decent bit. Here, we're going to have a little area for some pandas. Because if you remember in the previous episode, or I don't know, maybe I said it this episode, I'm trying to get at least like an area for each of the animals in the game. So we have stables for the horses. I'm going to build a pig pen here. And maybe like a cow pen as well. And I'm going to have like a little fishing area. Then we're going to have the panda area, as I was just saying before. Then in our little woodland spruce area, we're going to have an area for foxes and wolves in our oak/birch area. Yeah, the rest of this area is going to be like jungle. And over on this side is also going to be jungle with a bit of acacia in between here. I think that'll look really cool. Obviously, in the jungle, we're going to have a little area for parrots. We have our beach, our little beach island, which obviously is going to be where we're going to have some turtles. Because, you know, turtles need the sea, they need the sand for the eggs, and yes, that's where it's going to be. So we'll have some palm trees on there, and that'll look very nice. So, we need to pick somewhere to start. I'm not sure where. I think I'm going to start with the I think I'm actually going to start with the pigs, because that'll be easy. We can get it done. It'll dust off this little bit of land here, little pig pen, and yeah, nice and easy start. So this is where our pigsty is going to be. Let's get building. We need to remove this pole to extend a bit of our organic bush fence thing. And it's a little while later now, guys, and I have built the pig pen. Just put a little surrounding area, bushes type stuff like we have like over here. It looks pretty nice, pretty cute. Little area for the pigs, little area for them to drink water, a little bit of shelter for them. I think I'll put some pig troughs somewhere along the side, kind of like we have for the horses. I'm not going to put any pigs in here yet. I'm going to wait because we have a lot of other little areas that we need to get done, which are going to have animals in them. And I feel like if we keep stopping to put the animals in the areas, we won't make much progress on the actual areas, which is what we need to do. So I think in the next episode is when we'll put all the animals in, we'll move all the animals in place and do a bunch of finishing touches. But for now, we're just going to get the infrastructure, should we say, built up. I also added a little horse carriage. It looks pretty cute. Just to populate this area a bit more, make it look a bit more lived in, a bit busier. You know, it felt a bit empty, so added that in. 2, 1. So as I was saying first, I think we should get all the buildings in, or at least all the bigger buildings that we need in. And then we're just going to work our way around from this side all the way over to that side. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, maybe 6 like big buildings that we need to build around the base. With like specific purposes, well, specific themes, I suppose you could say. So the first of those that we're going to build now is a little fishery. And that's just going to go here, hanging over the lake. I think it'll look really cool. I'm just going to throw that up really quickly. Might do a quick little time lapse of me building it. But yeah. So guys, it's a little while later and our fishery is done. I think it looks pretty cool. I think you can definitely tell what it's meant to be, and that's the most, well, one of the most important things. Kind of wanted the bottom to be nice and open, so it's like easily accessible for our fishermen. Up at the top, I've not quite finished. Still need to put some interior in the top floor, but you won't really see that, so I'm not too bothered. Then just on the exterior, I have these like little fishing baskets, little fish storage areas, one over there and one over here with a cool little crane. I think that looks pretty cool for like fishing out the fish. And over on the back side here, I've just added a little market stall, similar to the markets we have at the front near the, well, on the dock. I just copied the same kind of design and just a place for them to sell the fish, fresh off the market, fresh cut fish. And then, I don't know, maybe they take them round to the dock, to the market to be sold even more, like to be processed and stuff. I might add a couple more of these fishing baskets just dotted around, but that's the fishery done. Get a better look at it from up top here. Beautiful. So now the fishery's done, and we're going to move on to our next building. I think I'm going to add like some, what are they called, some guardians maybe in here. Oh no, that would cause mayhem. They'd be trying to kill me while I'm fishing. Next building is just going to be here, right over this kind of area where it's not filled in with grass. More of these guys, that's always fun. And this area is going to be for our pandas, because quite soon all this is going to be like jungle around here and kind of over there as well. Kind of tapered off a bit as we get to this river, but most of this is going to be jungle / bamboo jungle. So we're going to have a little panda house here, kind of Japanese-y inspired building style, I suppose you could say. I'm just going to do another little time lapse, throw this thing up. So that's our little panda house done. Kind of like a Japanese-inspired, samurai-inspired building. I think it looks pretty cool. Once we get a bunch of foliage around here, things will start to blend in a bit better with our surroundings and the base in the background. It's a small little building to have a few pandas in. Gonna have a patch of bamboo here, a little upstairs for them. I'll probably put a bed in somewhere for them to stay. Obviously the black and white banners, because the pandas, you know, I mean, you can get brown and white pandas in this game, but most of them are going to be black and white. The brown ones are pretty rare. That's another building to our collection. Our fishery's done. Our panda house is done. I think I might add a little koi pond. Is it koi fish pond? Like somewhere around here. I think I'll add like a kind of similar vein type of tree here, like a sakura tree, cherry blossom type thing. I think that'll look really cool, but maybe work with the Japanese little theme we have in this little area. With the pigs, we'll add the pandas in the future, maybe next episode. I don't know. We might get to it this episode. I doubt it though, because we still have a lot of progress to make. Now, next building. Let's keep going. Let's keep this progress on the roll. Let's keep it going. Let's keep on building. Let's keep on moving. just over here. You can see I've started to lay out a bit of the area. Oh. And it's going to be a little windmill because this area is going to be kind of like farmland, kind of oak area. There's this dark oak wood border I've made, and that's going to be where the actual farmland part of it is. And then all around it, I think we're going to have like just a standard oak forest type of situation. So, guess what, guys? It's time for another little time lapse of me building a windmill. Because what do you have on a farm? To break down wheat and make flour and stuff, you use windmills. So, let's go for it. And that is the windmill done. I think it looks pretty cool. Fits the area very nicely. Same kind of theme, same kind of block palette that we have going throughout our whole garden's base here. Not quite satisfied with the what they called, the actual wind turbines. What are they called? These, the actual wind wings. I don't know. I don't know what you call them. I think they blend in a bit too much with the actual windmill itself. So I might change up just the blocks that we've used. I'm quite happy with the shape, but yeah, just added a few flowers around in each of the little flower pots on the side. Interior is not done. Kind of laid out a couple little floors, and then got this little balcony just here. It's quite quaint, pretty cute for overlooking what will be the farmland. I think I'm gonna have to expand this farmland a little bit. Looking at it, I don't think it's gonna be big enough. Speaking of expansion, just over on this side, which is where our next building is gonna go. It's gonna go right there, by the way, in that gap between the paths. I had to expand the island a little bit, just make it a bit bigger, because the building we have here, it didn't really fit. It was too big for the land that was here originally. So I've had to just widen it out a bit, and now it should be, well, should fit in place a little bit better. And the next one of those of our buildings is a sawmill. So we've got a windmill, we've got a sawmill, got a wood mill, whatever you want to call it, a wood chopping area where they process wood and get all the bark off it. You may notice I've also added another little river going down here. That's not quite as smooth as I like it. I think I'll make it curve a bit more and make it look a bit more organic. But anyhow, you'll see what that's for in a minute. I don't think I'm going to do another time lapse, guys, because, you know, yeah, I need more mangrove wood. Always need more mangrove wood. Not going to do another time lapse because we've done too many this episode. How many have we done now? 4? It's just too many. So I think I'm just going to take a little before and after picture of this area and just quickly throw this sawmill together. And there we go, guys. That is the wood mill in place. I think it looks really cool. Now, I've said that phrase, I think it looks really cool, so many times this episode, but yeah. As you can see, the river connects to a water wheel, which could power whatever machines we have in the sawmill or are required to process wood. I don't know. Just thought it is a cool little feature. I'm like, oh my god. So this is the front of the sawmill. I think it looks nice. Little, you can just kind of tell what it is, I suppose. Did a few little decorations around the place, some stacks of wood, just all different varieties of cranes for lifting and moving things around. Now the interior, I wanted it to feel quite open, because I feel like that fits the building. You know what I mean? I feel like they're quite open buildings, really. So it's kind of a lot of fence gates, a lot of trap doors, a lot of fences, a lot of open windows. A lot of these guys, whatever they're called. I think it looks really nice. I like how you can basically see it all the way through. Makes it look a lot more spacious than it actually is. Just added a few little random things, kind of like random machines. This looks like this is where the war wheel connects. I don't know what. I was gonna put another gear in here, but it didn't really fit. Like a little cooker that looks pretty cool. And then on this side, I thought it looks very nice. Is like kind of like the crane could lift stuff in, and they get like cut. The logs can get cut. I added a few logs just hanging from the ceiling. Thought I added a little cool little addition, a little work table around here, little storage area just through here. I might add a few more barrels on these shelves and chests and stuff.
Then just a little upstairs going out to a balcony, a few more random storage chests. Looks pretty quaint, pretty nice. Oh my gosh, these guys. But guys, I think that's where we're going to end today's episode. I think we've made a good amount of progress on the base today, on the exterior of the base, and that one axolotl room on the interior. So we got 5 projects done off of our to-do list, which is pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4 new buildings added to the exterior of our base. These are the main big buildings that we need on the exterior of our base. There is a couple little buildings that I need to build, like a couple little pavilions, little dog house, little fox house, and obviously I do need to build a place for turtles over on our beach, but I haven't quite figured out what that's going to be yet. In the next episode, we'll start to put in all the, well, I think in between episodes actually, I'll get these paths put in, and then in the next episode, we'll start putting the foliage in, putting all the trees in. All this area is going to be beautiful and foliagized. Yes, we're bringing back that word, foliagized. The whole area, all of it's going to be done next episode. Gonna have the farming, gonna have spruce forest, oak forest, birch forest, jungle, acacia, more jungle, and some palm trees. It's gonna look beautiful, guys. But yeah, oh. I don't know what's happened to my skin. This isn't my normal skin. This is a girl. Strange. Have to fix that for the next episode. But thank you so much for watching, guys. As you can see, our base is looking much better with these new buildings in the background. Make sure you like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Yeah, thank you. Just real quick, my last video got almost 500 views, which is incredible. That's the most any of my videos have ever got, and it's exceptionally motivating. But it's still taken me quite a while to get these videos out because this is a side hustle for me at the minute. This is a part-time thing. I do work full-time elsewhere. So yeah, I'll try and get the episodes out as quickly as possible, guys. Until the next time, peace. Take it easy.